Some presidential heads are rolling in Pearland today. Fox 26's John Donnelly live in that city to explain. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Jose. You know, if you ever drive down 288, when you get to Pearland, if you look to the right, you'll see a big field full of statues of the presidents. Well, not much longer. You can see they've got them all loaded up in the trucks, and very soon they'll be gone. This has been a major landmark along 288 for a lot of people. Problem is, this was going to be a development. A real estate developer wanted to turn this into a multi-use place. They were going to have some retail, they were going to have some residences. The problem is, ran out of money. The bank is foreclosing on it today. So they need to move these statues, move them or lose them. Now, people have been coming all day. It's such an institution around here. They've been taking pictures. Some people are actually wiping away tears. They just do not want to be losing their landmark.
We say look for the big president heads. That was our, the landmark for telling people where to get off the freeway.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's very disappointing. Sad to see them go.
It's a shame that financially it just didn't work out. It was they couldn't get banking follow through after their initial loans, and the bank's taking it over. So it is sad.
Now, moving these things takes some doing. They're 7,000 pounds apiece. They are made out of cement with reinforcing metal inside. Now, they are going to be going to the sculptor studio, so they're not going to be going away. They're not going to get thrown away. The sculptor is going to hang on to them for the time being. In the meantime, they're actually going to try to find another place. The initial goal was to have this as a presidential park. They were going to put 44 presidential busts here. Well, now that plan has gone bust, but they're not giving up. They are going to try to find another place. They just don't know where or when. We're live in Pearland. John Donnelly, Fox 26 News.
All right, thanks a lot, John.
It is moving day for those massive presidential busts in Pearland. No doubt you have seen them there on the side of the road. These things are absolutely huge. And a live picture from Sky Eye HD. You're looking at the pictures there. Sculptures being put into a storage site until the new proposed presidential park and gardens is actually selected. And you can see that's just the bust there, but then you have as well the body there. That looks like Abraham Lincoln. Selected, they're going to be, putting in a 14,000 block of Highway 288. That area actually had to be scrapped because of the developers losing the land to foreclosure, so now they're having to pick them up, put them at a storage site, and save them until they can find another park to place them in.
Well, next time you drive by Highway 288, you might notice something missing, those giant presidential statues. This morning, the busts were removed because a bank is foreclosing on the land today. This is a shot we have from Sky 2 a little bit earlier. There goes Abe Lincoln's head, my goodness. The presidential park and gardens at the Waterlights District in Pearland was supposed to open last year, but the developer says the plans were delayed because of the recession, and those busts will be stored somewhere until a new site can be found. Supporters of the park have started a Facebook group, though. Residents are leaving comments, obviously most of them hoping the park will stay somehow.
It's not every day 6 presidents head into town, literally. Some of you may have noticed something a little strange on Highway 288 today, moving presidential statues. This morning, crews began moving them from their home along the freeway in Pearland to a warehouse in the Heights. Developers had hoped to turn the area into a national attraction, but those plans have now gone bust, so to speak. Amegy Bank is foreclosing on the 48 acres the statues were sitting on. Developers are now looking for another place to move on to with that plan for a presidential park and gardens.
You might do a double take next time you're driving down 288 if you've seen those huge presidential statues, because now they're gone. Sky 2 was over the land set aside for the presidential park and gardens at the Waterlight District this morning. You can see the bulldozers removing the presidential busts piece by piece. The busts were removed because a bank foreclosed on that land today. The park was supposed to open last year, but the developer says plans were delayed because of the recession. The developer says the busts will be stored until a new site can be found.
Some famous Houston artwork is now in storage. Crews took down the statues of the presidents in Pearland and hauled them off this morning. They were going to be the centerpiece of the presidential park and gardens, and eventually there was going to be statues of all the presidents. But the mortgage holder on the property foreclosed, and the presidential statues had to go.